have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
First down, Bridgewater. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Throwing on second and long. Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
41 Mike. 41 Mike. Watch the run. Watch the run. That's south, baby. That's big south. I like one lot. 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. To throw is Tannehill. He's letting it fly for Cooks. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. He's just got to be thinking, I hope that's not a harbinger of things to come. Very first pass of the afternoon picked.
And where do you go from here? Because when you start that way, do you allow that to seep into you and stay with you the rest of the game? Or do you find a way out of it? We're going to find out.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series.
Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And the 49ers are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal.
San Francisco.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown on the season. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Greg Zerline set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater got Gordon open, completes it. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Open man has got it. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
At the 43-yard line.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
These two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the number 1 seed.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Throwing is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
4th down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Niners 7, Seahawks nothing.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Mike, 55, right there in the middle, 55. Here we go, D, get off the field.
Back to the ground, it's Kamara. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Alvin Kamara.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
I'm fully built for this life. I think I earned all my stripes. I don't believe all the hype. Get back on my feet and get right. Watch it work, watch it hate, watch it learn, can't relate. Watch it dirt, out the mud, out the dirt, above the waters.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check. I went for a lot. 56, Mike, 56, right there, 56.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
56. Okay, just like that. Just like that. Mike 56, Mike 56. Feel it right now. Tell them right now.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
56 to Mike, boys, 56.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And that will be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
This is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
7 at the 23-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked by the rookie linebacker, Kenneth Murray. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Bridgewater to throw it. And he
He can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Buying time to his left. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. They'll run. This is Kamara. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 14-yard line, 2nd and 11. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. That's complete, right around the 8. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
4th down.
56, check 56.
Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
To the play is a turnover on downs.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Good trap.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Give him 32 on the play. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
7 brings up 2nd.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Tannehill throwing again. That is caught inside the 5. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll try to punch it in with Davis. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
San Francisco.
Mike Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
makes the score Niners 14, Seahawks nothing. Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0.
Greg Zuerlein set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And this will make it into the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah,
and down he goes. The 49ers get there. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. Thomas. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
At their own 37-yard
The
line.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Complete.
A big play there for the Niners. 59 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Chris Carson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
The score, Niners 28, Seahawks nothing.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here's Bridgewater. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
56.
Throwing, Bridgewater. Going deep for Diggs. This is caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Anthony Thomas on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. A pass underneath for Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
The 45-yard line.
Here's Tannehill. It's caught left side by Cooks. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Cooks with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Niners 35, Seahawks 7.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Play action now. Bridgewater. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync, thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
You better be afraid of me. 56.
On third down, Bridgewater. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say, on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first.
On first down, they run with Kamara's. He'll take it forward for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Oh, you got deep? 41 Mike. 41 Mike. Right here. 41 Mike.
From the 41, Bridgewater. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kamara. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the third time. Eddie Jackson picks it. Accelerating, and off he goes. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Bridgewater on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Lining up for the point after.
Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have guys. I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
On second and a couple, Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Alvin Kamara.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Able to get this to Gordon. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
22-yard line.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check, check. Lucky.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Kamara, the ball.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to him back.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd down and 12.
56. Check 56. Let's go one more. Delta.
Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And he missed it. He missed it just wide of that left upright. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now, pass complete here to Sanders, and he goes out right around the 39. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception, but not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
On second down now, it's Carson, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Kyle Shanahan an offensive mind, but his guys stopped up short. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. A first down throw for Bridgewater. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
4th down. They're going. Bridgewater. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
On downs.
Throwing now, Tannehill. Winds up and lets it go. And this is caught at the 20. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 33 yards that time.
1st down, 49ers.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Tannehill to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They run for it with Carson. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now it's Tannehill. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and
And now here is another interception. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They run again with Carson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
But they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game. That's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take... Now let's take a minute to see how you